Hey everyone, welcome back to the Book Brood. Today we're doing Top 5 Wednesday.
And this Top 5 Wednesday's topic is Top 5 Books You Will Never Read.
So Top 5 Wednesday is a Goodreads group and we will leave the link down below. And let's just get started. Number 1 I will not read is Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I've heard a lot of great things about this story, but I tried to read the
Thorn of Glass.
Thorn of Glass, yeah, the very first one. And I absolutely, I didn't like it at all. And it's put a really bad taste in my mouth, and I will never pick up anything by Sarah J. Maas again. So, even though a lot of people like that one, they also like Thorn of Glass, and I literally couldn't stomach it.
Is there anything particular about it that just wasn't...
So, people were described as, like, annoyingly handsome, and things. It just sounded like more like Harlequin romance, like wrapped in a no, she's a badass assassin.
Trying to insert toughness into a Harlequin.
Yeah, it just
world.
It was not my cup of tea. I know a lot of people love them. It's just not for me.
This probably won't be as controversial now because some time's passed. But Twilight by Stephenie Meyer, I have absolutely no need for this in my life. I remember while she was reading them, I'd open it up and I'd try and like read a paragraph, and it would just almost hurt. Like I was already done with vampires before this even came out. I was so tired of vampires, and you know it's like zombies now almost. So yeah,
I stand by that. I'm glad I read them. But I completely understand why you would not want to. Because you're not a 12-year-old girl.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this next one is kind of controversial. And that's Game of Thrones. But that being said, I did read the first 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
But I put down the third one. It got to the point where there were just too many characters. And the story was just too broad. And it just took so much time remembering all of the characters and all the little subtlety. And honestly, I was done with the story. It was good. Like, I enjoyed the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel any desire to continue.
It's a great first time read through.
Yeah.
But even just thinking back on like rereading it, I'm just, why?
Yeah.
Why would I need to? And Storm of Swords, definitely, I definitely struggled about the middle of Storm of Swords, which was the third one. And it was,
well,
spoilers,
it's adding more characters.
Right, and you're done with some characters at that point.
Anyway, so Daenerys was like my second favorite character, and I was getting so mad that her story was going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. She was just... like, every time I thought that her story would finally... okay, this is it. She's finally going to come back and try and make a play for her throne, and then no.
Yeah, and it's good you stopped where you did, because she would have just pissed you off more and more. Yeah, as it went on. It just got worse. She went from being independent and strong, badass, to trying to solve her problems with finding a husband. That was literally a huge chunk of Dance with Dragons. It was her deciding, for the sake of, whatever political purposes, it can be solved by me marrying.
Ugh.
All right, so because I couldn't find a copy, because it was checked out, but we all know the story behind E.L. James' 50 Shades of Grey, and that it's just Twilight fan fiction. I'll just hold up this one. 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. I have no need of that in my life. Partly because internet erotica is a click away if I wanted it. So,
and it's better, honestly.
Yeah, there's some anonymous people out on the internet that write better erotica than E.L. James.
Yeah, I tried. I read the first few chapters of 50 Shades, and it was awful. Like, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I remember just reading like snippets of the book for like when the movie released or something, of just how like cringy it is, and just
yeah.
Anyway,
So not gonna read that.
Yeah, not gonna read that. That's
I
all the
hear
words
that they've got like
comment.
20 sequels, so...
I'm not surprised, you know?
Yeah.
Apparently they sell big, you know, in like conservative areas of the country, so...
Yeah.
You know.
Makes sense.
I don't know what that says, but...
Okay, let's see. Next one for me is The Golden Compass by... Who does this? Philip Pullman. I think I may have started this when I was a kid, but I don't know. I didn't get more than one chapter into it, and it's just a story that obviously I've outgrown at this point, and I just have zero desire to read it.
You talk about outgrowing it. You know, my father's reading through that series.
Really?
Right now. Yeah. He's really enjoying it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's just...
To each their own.
It's not one that I ever have any desire to read, and honestly, I don't even want to read it to the kids. Like, if they want to read it, they can read it themselves. I don't know, that's so bad.
Yeah.
I would much rather read Harry Potter to them.
Oh, absolutely. Alright, my next one this is a collection, but it's the first one in here. It's Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov. I completely understand that he does not glamorize the subject matter and that it was written to turn you off from the subject matter, but the subject matter just is what it is, and that's not something I care to read about, especially as a father of girls. It's just not something I'm going to subject myself to in any form, really. I just choose not to expose myself to things like that.
Yeah.
Because it's very upsetting.
It is really interesting that once you become a parent, your tolerance for certain things just
yeah, absolutely
changes. Yeah. Okay, the next one is anything by Nicholas Sparks, really. This is the last song, but honestly, anything. It's not my cup of tea. I think I saw The Notebook, the movie, and I thought it was cute. Ryan Gosling. Maybe it's just because of Ryan Gosling, honestly, but I have no desire at all to read any of his books.
Yeah, I saw The Notebook because it was huge at the time.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about it. Oh, The Notebook! Oh, Noah!
Yeah, Noah!
All right, and so the next one I have, it's pretty much anything in the Dune universe by these two jokers, Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson. And I know Brian is Frank Herbert's son, but they took what is a masterpiece in the science fiction genre and they turned it into this abortion of a gluttonous cash cow here. And so I'm definitely in the camp of Dune fans that are very, very anti anything past Frank Herbert in this series. So so that's my personal beef there. I could definitely get a lot more venomous in my talking about that, but I won't because I've never written a book myself. So
it's like the Harry Potter Cursed Child to the Harry Potter fandom.
Yeah. Definitely.
Diehard Harry Potter fans, like myself, are very mad that something would come out that was not written by J.K. Rowling and is... Mm-hmm. So this is spoilers. I haven't read it, but I watched spoilers, but it goes back and tries to rewrite a lot of J.K. Rowling's story. Mm-hmm. A lot of her original characters and original timeline, and it tries to throw unnecessary plot holes in there, and a lot of people don't consider it canon.
Yeah, and
that totally makes sense.
Yeah, so that's definitely how I feel about it. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, and my last one, Outlander was checked out, but I grabbed another one in the series, I think, by Diana Gabaldon. These are huge books, and from what I know, they are set in Scotland, and they're historical romance stories.
It's like an immortal woman or something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's nothing that interests me.
I know they made a TV show out of it.
Yeah, and I mean, I liked Highlander, so if there was some more like head chopping, maybe there can be only one. Ah! And maybe I would read it, but
Definitely add some more excitement to it. All right, and then my last one, William Shakespeare. I kind of faked my way through assigned reading in school. The one thing I may read of his is The Tempest, because it was the one play I went to that I didn't fall asleep during. So I have complete respect for this man. He essentially wrote his own language.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. And his complete works, it's thick, and he was very successful, obviously.
Well beloved by a lot of people.
Yes, and I mean, I applaud people that do just devour Shakespeare and can talk for days about it. I definitely applaud and respect that. But it is just, I'm not going to waste my time on this because it's just not enjoyable. It's just not enjoyable to me at all.
Trying to wade through that language.
Trying to decipher everything. And it's not worth it to me. But definitely complete respect for the author and his fans.
I completely agree. Yeah. I as much as I would love to.
Right. I would love to be a Shakespeare snob, but
yeah. I just can't wrap my head around. I'm having a hard enough time with like classics like Pride and Prejudice, which are just like old English. They're not even like this Shakespearean English. Yeah, so totally get it. So those are our top 5 books that we will never read.
They're so thick.
Top 5 books we'll never read. So check out the Goodreads group down below and leave us a comment about what books you will never read.
We'll see you next time, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.